Hello, and welcome to another episode of Music on the Rocks. My name is Jeff Brown. I am a singer-songwriter here in Linden, Virginia, and this is my Music and Whiskey Showcase, where I make my way through my music collection and my whiskey collection, and I bring you along to share some of both. Although I'm not really sharing my whiskey because you're not anywhere near here, and we haven't still lifted all the restrictions. But it's getting closer. And if you were here, I would share my whiskey. Although, we are running dangerously low of the Evan Williams single barrel vintage, which I will be sampling today. And that makes me sad because, spoiler, I've already drank this much of it, and it's real good. But what I've been doing since quarantine started back in March of 2020, a little over a year ago, is every week I've been playing a song of mine, mostly, and drinking some whiskey and talking about it and singing and having a good time. Well, I decided that for the next month or two or three, or until I get bored, I am going to start playing some songs by dear friends of mine and people who I very much wish were dear friends of mine. So, it's going to be a lot of covers. It's going to be a lot of interesting covers. It's going to be a lot of fun covers. And a lot of covers you may have never heard before, because if you don't know my friends, you might not know their music, and that is just a shame. But today, I am going to play a song by someone who I very desperately wish was a friend of mine. Damien, if you are listening, please, for the love of God, let's hang out and do things. I'm gonna be vaccinated real soon. Take me on tour with you. It would be nice. This is a song by Damien Rice. And Damien Rice, his music has been a very big part of who I am as a musician. Because a long time ago, I was trying to figure out my voice. I was trying to figure out what kind of songwriter I was and what kind of songwriter I was going to be. And I had no idea, and it was not pretty. And then I heard a song by Damien Rice, and I went, oh, okay, that I can do. That feels genuine. That feels real. That is something that I would like to become. And that shifted all of my songwriting right at that moment, and has turned me into the songwriter I have become. And someday I'd like to get the chance to thank him for that. Because I'd like to think that if we have one thing in common, it's that I like to write and play songs that make people go, yeah, I feel that too. My mother-in-law told me that people listen to my music with their ears and end up hearing it with their hearts. And as cheesy as that sounds, that's really cool. And I will never get tired of people thinking that about art that I create. So, but I do. I like to play songs that I believe in, that I feel, and I want to be able to convey that feeling to other people who may also understand. And that's why I do what I do. This, however, is a song by someone who I very much wish was my friend, and maybe will be someday. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I just changed. Honestly, I recorded this last night, and then as I was getting set to edit it this morning for posting, I realized that I was just not that happy with the performance, but happy with the rest of the video. Musicians. Older chests reveal themselves like a crack in the wall. Starting small, they'll grow in time. And we always seem to need the help of someone else to mend that shelf with too many books. Read me your favorite line. Papa went to other lands and found someone who understands the ticking and the Western man's need to cry. He came back the other day, yeah, well, you know, some things in life may change and some stay the same. Like time, there's always time on my mind. So give me time and I'll be fine. One more time. Older gents sit on the fence with the caps in hand, looking grand. They watch their city change. Children scream, or so it seems, louder than before. Out of doors, into stores with bigger names. Mama tried to wash their faces, but these kids, they lost their graces when Daddy lost at the races too many times. She broke down the other day, yeah, well, you know, some things in life may change and some stay the same. Like time, there's always time on my mind. Ooh, just give pass me by, I'll be fine. Just give me time. There's this time, always time on my mind. So pass me by, I'll be fine. There's always time. I did like that better. That was Damien Rice. A song called Older Chests from an album that I love very dearly. We're not going to get into how many times I've seen that man perform. Spoiler alert, it's more than several. Because we have here is the portion where I make my way through my whiskey collection after having made my way through some music. And today I am bringing to you the Near the Bottle of the Evan Williams Single Barrel Reserve, bottled in 2003. Aged for 10 years and given to me in 2013 by my mother-in-law, who heard that I liked whiskey and said, oh, well, this is probably pretty nice. I gotta tell you, I'm telegraphing this a bit because I've had this a number of times, and she nailed it. There is something almost irritating about Evan Williams, that they make such an astounding product, and it's really readily available and really quite, we'll call it inexpensive, because it's not cheap, although it's, yeah. It's not cheap in as much as it is made poorly. It is cheap in as much as it does not cost a lot of money to buy it. And boy, it's really nice. But this is, ooh, goodness, a 19-year-old whiskey at this point. Nope, 18. 18-year-old whiskey. 19, 20, 21. Math works. It's, math has not always been my strong suit. Counting, woo! An 18-year-old whiskey, aged for 10 years, sitting in my apartment, in my home, for the last several. From me to you, be well, be safe, and cheers. Just the way this smells, it's just so, there's a lot of brown sugar and some caramel and a little bit like nutmeg and that sort of spice, like a little bit of vanilla. This whiskey has so much stuff going on, and all of it is really nice. I could just sip this all day, although that would be super dangerous and I would never get anything else done. But yeah, it's just so complex and rich. It lingers for a really long time with a nice little whiskey tingle. There's a lot of spice, but a lot of softness, a lot of the honey and vanilla and caramel, and man, this is just a really, really good whiskey. And I'm not saying it because my mother-in-law bought it for me. I'm saying it because you can tell it has been very heartily enjoyed. And I thank you for hanging out with me and hopefully enjoying some of this. Maybe you're having a drink with me as you're enjoying this. If you are, please let me know what you are sipping along to my video. And perhaps we will all sip together one of these days. It's coming soon. This week I am getting my first vaccination, and I am not looking forward to it, but I'm also looking forward to it. But I'm also terrified of needles, so I'm not looking forward to it. But it will be good. It's one step closer to being normal again. Until then, I will see you all next week with songs by my friends and songs by people I wish were my friends. Who will it be next week? Let's find out together.